What's up, guys? This is my review for Quantum Break, game developed by Remedy Studios, and it tells the story of Jack, who is just this kind of like outsider, and in his interaction with his brother William, and the city of Riverport. And basically, the whole concept of the game is Quantum Break is the quantum leap or the quantum freeze of time. So time is breaking down, and Jack's interaction with this head of this organization called Monarch is somehow related to this breakdown of time. Monarch Solutions, the main enemies in the game, have developed this lifeboat solution, which means that they'll put everybody in a hole, kind of like the Fallout series, and they'll be like, repopulate the Earth with the people that they deem suitable. Usually doctors, lawyers, people in the Monarch staff, and that's it. Everyone outside this lifeboat will perish, okay? So Monarch Solutions is ran actually by Jack's old friend, Paul Serene, who will be the main antagonist in the series. The people trying to stop it are Jack and William, pretty much. Monarch has this almost like Nazi German ability to like manipulate all media around them in Riverport, so no one really knows what's going on, even though the character Jack is constantly getting firefights with these guys. And they're not police, they're just authoritative and rich enough to do whatever they want. So, while trying to stop this, Jack actually gets in contact with this time generator manipulator that Monarch Solutions has had or manipulated in the past, and he is able to dash and freeze time, create time shields. He basically becomes this anomaly in what is otherwise like a very normal situation. Later in the game, when the end of time is coming, there's phrases in the environment, people start to realize that there's something wrong, like constantly things are out of place, and a lot of the game is highlighted by these actual real cutscenes with full motion video, kind of like real person cutscenes. I don't know how to say it without saying real person. They're actually very well acted, as are the characters in game, but these kind of cutscenes are kind of like very, very, very well thought, and the production is very well. The fight scenes are pretty cool, the gunfight scenes are pretty cool, and the actors are excellent. They do a great job. It definitely shines. The issue with this I have, and this is a big issue, and I've heard this in other reviews also, is that the cutscenes, the episodes, they try to make it like a TV series. They're like 30 minutes long or 20 minutes long each, and that's a long time to sit there watching something, right? So in between, it kind of like feels like kind of a Netflix movie, right? Because you have this extended amount of time where you're not playing the game. Now, you do have the opportunity to skip these things, but there's actually these junctions in the game that you play that if you don't watch the cutscenes, you won't actually see how the choices you made in the game play out. And there's 2 different episodes for each junction, right? You pick one junction, there's one cutscene, there's one reaction, there's one interactive amount of characters that you talk to, and you pick the other junction, and a different, cutscene plays, and a different movie plays, and it's really interesting to see this. Now, you can switch back to the main menu and play these chapters to see the junctions whenever you want, but the choices that you make at the junctions will actually affect the gameplay, and they'll affect the ending. And they'll also affect who allies with you in this, crusade of sorts against Monarch, and who rebels against you. And it's always really cool to just see a game do this, and it actually matter. I mean, there are games where they do make you have choices, and while that's pretty cool, they don't usually impact as much as this does, especially since there's a whole freaking movie in between levels. Like I said, you can skip it. My other problem with the download level, because I'm going to complain about some more, is that it's like 75 gigs, which is a lot of space. That's basically a whole Xbox One game. And since this is exclusive to the Xbox One, and I think PC can get it too, I mean, that's a lot of download. That's a lot of things to download, and some people won't want that kind of space on their Xbox. If you're playing on a computer, that probably shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to assume that your hard drive is bigger than 75 gigabytes. But, maybe it's not. It's still a lot. But besides the cutscenes that play, there's no stopping this. The frame rate's good. Like I said, the action's good in game and in the cutscenes, and it's just very engaging to see what happens to Jack and how every single thing he does in his life in this game affects the ending, affects the world around him. And you can pick up intel items, and you can collect these things called chronon sources, or actually these glowing lights. I don't think I have any footage of it. That are just hanging out in the environment, and you can only see them in this time vision, one of the powers that Jack has. And when you collect these, you can actually upgrade your abilities. You can make your time shield withstand more bullets, right? And you can make your sprint last longer. You can do this thing called like a time blast. Basically, you make the explosion bigger. All those standard things. Now, there's not a lot of upgrades. There's only a few, but it's substantial enough to affect on gameplay that they are worth finding. Now, there's a ton, and I don't think you actually need to collect them all before you upgrade Jack to the max. But by the end of the game, Jack's so overpowered, it's ridiculous. And it is pretty hard to find them at times. I'd recommend just playing the game through, enjoying the story, because the story is worth it, and then going back and trying to find the chronon sources, because some of them are really ticked away. I actually had to look at a guide myself to find them. But Jack's a very likable character, and everything about this game is very snippy, you know, it's very fast-paced, it's very engaging, and it's well worth it. If not just for the cutscenes, just to experience it just one time. Watch a walkthrough if you can't play it, because I know this is strictly Xbox One and PC, but it's one of the most engaging time manipulation games that I've ever played. Since there's only like 10 I know of, I mean, but, you know, it happens. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into this video, and I will be making more videos soon, as well as uploading Patreon. Stay strong together, Legion. See you later.
Jack. You just... What just... Go.
This way.